Hello, and welcome to episode 22 of
The Eldritch Podblast.
I am Margaret.
I am Jack.
And hello. How is everyone? How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I am good, thank you.
Very good.
We once again had issues recording the intro to this.
You say we had issues.
Me specifically.
Yeah?
I don't know what it is.
Don't know what it is.
Every
currently.
single time I go to say hello,
Just laughs.
my voice would be like, hello.
Hello there,
Oh,
everybody in the Eldritch Podblast.
I'd be like, hello. It just came out really weird, so I'm just having a hard time doing the intros,
You
apparently.
did great. That one was good.
Thank you so much.
I would say out of 22,
Yep, go on.
that was
Go on.
probably first.
Wow.
I would say
Wow.
first.
Thank you so much.
I would say that was the best welcome to the Eldritch
wow.
Podblast that you've
Thank
ever
you.
done.
I think last week's one was, not last week's, Monday's one.
No,
was,
no. That was number 2 because last week was number 1 because that was me.
Yeah, that was you. That was all you because I couldn't handle it. I just couldn't hack
She couldn't even do it.
I just couldn't hack.
That's going to send people into a spiral.
I know.
The fact
Honestly,
that I
I know
did
the
it.
fact that you did the intro. I know. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
I know people don't like change.
Yeah, I don't like change.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like change. So
Sometimes change has to happen.
we haven't
When you can't do
seen-
the intro.
We haven't seen the what the comments are to you doing the intro.
We're
in
just
the
going to
last
lose
one,
all
so-
subscribers.
I know, yeah,
Everyone's
gonna be like, I'm
unsubscribe.
out.
I'm out. I don't like that
Oh
anymore.
god,
Nah.
the first decibel of this, I'm out.
Yeah, not that horrible motherfucker.
Oh, so yes, hello.
Hello.
Episode 22. We have a few things planned. It's kind of more like one thing but split into two.
Yeah.
So last time you guys really, really liked the rolling for random characters,
Yeah.
and we got some rolling tables, and we basically created 2 new playable characters.
Monty
for
and Deep Rune.
Monty and Deep Rune for potentially a one shot that we are going to run with subscribers
Yeah.
at some point.
Yes.
And of course, a few people said that they were going to use them as NPCs in their games. So.
Yeah. Some people were saying that they were going to draw Monty.
Yeah.
I would love to
you?
see.
I know,
Look, we haven't
yeah.
received one yet, but if you
I
do,
know.
I would love to see
I
it.
would absolutely love to see that.
I
That
would
would be
love to see it.
amazing. See him come to life. Listen, I'm,
Then you can explain this very prominent NPC in your game, and then just use the art if that's
Hell
okay with
yeah.
the person who draws it.
Hell
But yeah,
Hell yeah. I feel like Monty was a fan favorite. Monty, what a lad.
it was pretty good.
What a lad.
I enjoyed his backstory. I got in the car with Josh yesterday
yeah.
for the session. First thing he said to me was, turn to me, we went, "Man, I want to play Monty in our next campaign."
Oh,
I was like, "You
Josh-
can if you want."
Josh should do such a great job
Yeah.
playing Monty as well. Like, first of all, Paladin. Josh's first character that he played
Yeah.
was
Josh,
a Paladin.
Josh loves a paladin.
And yeah, I think Josh would do really good service to Monty's
Yeah, I think he would.
backstory.
I think he would, yeah.
So Monty, what a little lad. If you haven't watched it, it was episode 19.
19?
What are we filming now? We're
No.
filming 22 now. So
No, it was 90. was
yeah, yeah.
No, surely it wasn't. It was the second one
So
that we
what is
filmed in
this?
the day.
This is anyway.
It was 18 or 19.
Yes, it was 18 or 19, and we
Yes.
rolled some random characters. But before we get into that, look
Yeah.
at me teasing you guys.
Yeah.
Look at me
Ooh,
giving you a
ooh,
little sneak
Ooh,
peek of what
you
we're going
want
to be
the-
doing.
You want that? You want some of
No.
that?
Oh,
Ooh,
well,
caviar.
oh,
Caviar.
oh.
You better wait.
Yeah.
You gotta calm down.
It's about patience here.
You calm down.
Even though I have no patience.
No, Margaret has no patience.
Absolutely zero patience. I'm the
Probably
least
patience
patient
of a
person.
toddler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Worse.
Yeah, I would
Worse.
probably say it's about
I have the
on par.
patience of our dog,
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
currently crying.
who is currently literally looking me right in the eye. And
Feed
oh
me.
my goodness gracious me.
Giving you the death
I
stare.
know, yeah. Yes, so before we get into that, I say that as if they haven't seen... Hello?
Am I-
No, they're both giving me the death stare.
I'm acting like the dog.
No. No, I'm gonna die. Guys, please help.
I'll give you the audio as well.
I say that as if they're not going to see like the title and the thumbnail. Anywho,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Still
Patience.
build the mystery.
yeah. I feel like
What are you doing?
that was just a popcorn kernel that came out my mouth.
You haven't had popcorn in a long time.
I haven't.
Uh-oh.
There's some strange goings on. There's some strange
been-
goings on in this house.
You've been sleepwalking, eating.
I
Coming downstairs. in the
probably
middle of the night,
would.
Making yourself.
That's exactly
making
the type of
yourself.
thing.
Getting the pan out, making
That's
some
exactly
popcorn.
the type of thing I've been doing. I like to update people on the weird things I do in my sleep because I do a lot of weird things in my sleep.
Yeah?
And
You haven't really done anything.
I feel like, I don't know if maybe I'm dreaming that I'm doing it, but I am certain, not the past couple of nights, but before that, I'd been waking up with massive shocks.
You wake up with shocks most nights.
Thinking that like the world is ending, or like
I'm trying to kill you.
I'm actually dead.
Yeah.
And I am sure
Wake
I woke
up dead.
up and I launched myself on you, and you were like, "What? What?
I mean,
what?"
I feel like most people would be like that.
Well, yes, no, of course, naturally.
If somebody jumped on him in the middle of the night.
It's like screaming. And I feel like I have done that recently. But total tangent here. Do you remember the time I got in the middle of the night and I was like, I need to ask you a question. I was like, and you can't lie to me.
Oh, is this one where you said, am I dead?
He just went, am I dead?
You can't lie to me.
You can't lie to me. And you're like, yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
what's up?
asleep. Am I dead?
Am I dead?
Tell me the truth. Am I dead? So, yeah. What was I saying?
Don't know.
Sorry, that went on such a strange.
I don't
Went
know.
on such a strange tangent there. I'm so sorry.
Have we got any announcements?
Hold on. We do.
Yeah?
So
Nice.
we just want to say, of course, a huge, huge, huge thank you
to all the squad blasters out there.
to all of our friends in the community out
Called
there.
squad blasters.
Who has, especially the people who have come over from TikTok, because we just hit 20,000 followers on TikTok.
Yeah, there or thereabouts.
There or thereabouts.
Currently, we're at like 19.6 as of recording this.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we'll be there or thereabouts. So
Yeah.
it's about 20,000, which is
We'll just lose
everything. Go down.
Yeah, we'll just lose absolutely everything.
Guys, you're on 18.
Yeah,
talking
what are you on about?
You liars.
You don't even have TikTok. So, yes, we just want to say such a huge thank you. A lot of people who comment on our videos say that they came from TikTok. They saw just one of our clips and they came over. We know that takes a lot to do.
Yeah,
so thank you
so thanks a
so
lot.
very much.
Doesn't matter where you came from.
Absolutely.
It's just good that you're here.
It is. We're just glad that you're here, and we're glad that you feel safe and welcomed because you are.
Yeah.
And we also hit over 2,000 on YouTube too, which is a huge
Which is
deal.
massive. Huge for us.
Like, we keep being like, oh, we should stop gushing so much and we should stop being like, oh, we hit this and we hit this a bit.
That's
You
nice,
know,
isn't it?
we're still a new channel. We started, what, two months ago? Maybe coming up to 3 months ago?
No, we're close to 3.
Yeah.
Because it was the 16th of January.
Yes, it was. So
The 16th of February. 16th. So 2.5 months.
yeah,
Just
so
over
we're coming up to 3 months. So
Yeah.
we're still super, super new to this. And I already feel like we have such a great community, like such a strong, like close-knit group of people who, and I see you all interacting with each other as well.
Yeah.
You're all so supportive of each other, and it's amazing. It's all we could have ever wanted.
Yeah. More
So-
than we expected and more than we could have ever wanted.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's just good fun, isn't it?
It's just nice,
It's just
isn't
nice.
it? It's
And
just nice
I'm having a
knowing.
great time. Margaret's having a great time.
Hopefully you guys are having a great time.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, we're having an awful time.
This is fucking shit. I'm so bored of this.
Yeah. These idiots on the internet. But yes, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for that.
We really appreciate that. I guess the last thing,
Sort of.
my notes are all over the place on this episode.
It sort of leads on from that.
Yes, it does. Is we mentioned at some point a few episodes ago that we weren't sure where we were going to go next.
Yeah.
People have been making loads of great suggestions.
Which is
and
great. Always make the suggestions.
Oh,
'cause
please
it helps,
do.
It helps us know what you want.
You guys think of things that we wouldn't even consider. So that's not as in we wouldn't even consider that.
Wouldn't even consider that. What are you
Wouldn't
talking
even
about?
consider that stupid idea. Things that we wouldn't even think about. And we have a submission form down below. So please, if you have any suggestions from what you would like to see,
Just from the channel.
from us going forward, let us know.
Yeah.
You can also obviously submit all your submissions.
I think it's in the
etc.
topics of conversation.
Yes, just you know.
Put it in there.
Yeah.
If there's something you like, anything you want to see from the channel, if there's anything that you want to like us to do, create, just put it in there and then let us know.
Yeah. So things we've been talking about. We have been talking about creating a Discord.
Yeah.
We have been talking about creating a Patreon. We are talking about doing some live streams. We're talking about doing some one-shots.
Mm-hmm.
This is all stuff that we're talking about. We haven't had, a proper in-depth conversation about how we would do these things. But we just want to let you know, these are things that are in the pipeline.
Yes.
These are things we're thinking of.
Mhm.
And closer to the time, I always put polls up on our... I want to talk about polls. We always put polls up in a community tab. And yeah. And
I don't know what you're talking about.
if there's ever something that we need your feedback on, we'll put it on there. And we honestly, your feedback is invaluable to us.
Yes.
We want to make sure we're doing the right things for you guys. and that you're going to enjoy the things we do.
Yeah, because there's no point doing it if you guys aren't going to enjoy it.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
we're just enjoying doing sort of anything.
Yeah, and we're here for you. We're here because we're happy to be here. We like being here, and we want you to have a good time too.
Yeah.
So it's all in the works.
Yes, it's in the works. There's a few things that are a little bit further along than others.
Yes.
But just be sure that if you're ever going to find anything out, we'll put some community polls up, but we'll also mention them in the videos.
Of course.
So this is probably the best place to find it.
Indeed.
So just to keep updated, this is where you'll find it. And there is a few things that will be happening, and we will announce them here soon, hopefully.
As and when. Yeah. As and when. So speaking about polls.
Yeah. Polls are great.
Yeah. Are they?
Yeah, they are. Super good.
They're good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're great.
They're really great for gathering information about certain things.
Relevant, useful information.
Yeah. And strange that, isn't it?
No.
Normally, you don't really bother with polls, do you?
I don't do the polls.
You don't do them?
I've never done one.
Never done one? You've never done one?
Never in poll of my life. I don't even know what a community poll is.
Oh, do you not?
I don't even know how to log in at YouTube.
Okay. And normally, Jack, I'd be like, yeah. However, there was a hijacking of the polls use, wasn't there? So I
think that was, when I was like, you sleepwalk eat.
Oh, you sleepwalk community poll.
No, you sleepwalk community poll. It was you, and now you're blaming me.
Right, interesting.
But I saw it, and I thought it was a weird one to post.
Yeah, really weird coming from me, wasn't it?
To say that you were me.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird.
That is a bit strange,
It's
isn't
fucking
it?
weird.
Who'd do that?
Not me.
Well.
Dog
did it.
It was him.
We're blaming.
It was the dog.
There was a community post that went up, wasn't there? And it was why didn't you tell him?
I don't know what it is.
Right.
I haven't seen it.
It was specifically asking for the correct spelling of Squad Blaster, wasn't it?
It's weird, isn't it?
That's weird.
It's just so fucking weird.
Yeah, that's just so strange. So there was a poll that went up that specifically asked for the correct spelling of Squad Blaster.
Yeah.
And all I'm gonna say is, we appreciate your feedback.
Yeah, we appreciate your feedback, but I don't know what you're talking about.
And we promised there was a reason why we asked you that question.
What? What do you mean?
I say we very politely. Very politely, actually. So, keep your eyes peeled, friends. There's something on the horizon. Who knows what?
My squaddy bees.
That's all I'm going to say about that. So,
squaddy bees.
Shall we? What was it? You said something. Oh my God. No. Sorry, total tangent. In your session last night,
Go on.
We took some rocks down, etc., and then we saw in the horizon there was a third rock coming. By the way, these rocks rocked our shit.
Yeah, but when she says rocks, she means large monstrosity like eagles. Yeah.
Yes, sorry. No, sorry. Just to clarify, I mean, like the big bird
monstrosities,
and not the one from Sesame Street.
No, not that big bird.
Not that big bird. And another one was coming in, and we saw other figures following it, and then it got to a point where we learned who they were, and you called them, what did you call the aviation squadron? Squadron.
They're called the avian squadron.
Avian squadron. And if that didn't tickle our pickle, I don't know what did, to be honest.
I ran out of time, and I was looking at what pilots are called.
Yeah,
like a group of pilots, and they were called squadron. And the leader of them was an Aarakocra, and I was like, avian squadron. I was like, that's the best I've got.
There we go.
I've run out of time. I haven't got much time. It didn't really matter. So I was like, yeah, avian squadron. I said it, and everyone laughed. Everyone laughed at me.
I'm so sorry.
Everyone laughed at me.
Oh, it was just it was a perfect storm. So, without taking the piss out of your characters, well, with that all done with, shall we move on to today's topic?
Yes.
Which, as I have already briefly mentioned, is we are going to be rolling on some random tables to create some BBEGs. Oh my goodness. We just thought, why not do the other end of the spectrum? Because, again, the rolling table that we had last week was amazing. It was such an incredible resource, and so many people asked where we got it from, especially people on TikTok.
Loads of people said, I'm going to use this for my next character. I was like,
which is amazing. Honestly, I can't believe how many people do randomly just roll characters, and I love that. Like, my opinion on that, I think if we do a one shot again, I would love to just randomly roll a character.
Because the thing is, you probably play something that you'd never think about playing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think sometimes the perception of a class can maybe put you off playing it because you'll just want to play a druid.
Of course, yeah. Well, yeah.
I'll just want to play a ranger or a
monk.
So like maybe rolling it, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna play like an artificer.
Yeah,
or something
and
like that.
I think it takes away all of the expectations you have of that class as well, because you're just rolling for it.
Yeah, you're rolling for it, and then you'll begin to look into a class that you haven't really looked into before, and then look into a subclass that you haven't, and you'll be like, man, this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's like the Glory Paladin. You'd have never played the Glory Paladin.
No,
and then you looked at that and you were like, man, that
Monty.
sounds really cool.
Yeah,
I think that's really good.
Totally.
But then, like, you think of Glory, then you make the backstory.
Yeah,
and then you're like,
totally.
that fits. That's such a great character.
Yeah. So I think that was such a great way. And we just thought, why not do it for some bad guys?
Yeah, we'll probably do another one of them at some point. Because everyone seemed to like it and we thought it was great.
And thank you all very much for your feedback on that video. Again, but when we had done it, it was something that it was new. We hadn't tried it before. We weren't sure if people were going to enjoy it, and we really did. So thank you.
Yeah, it's
really
nice.
appreciate
It's
that.
nice to see that we can sort of just
kind of do stuff.
As long as it's relating to D&D,
and
you guys will just sort of enjoy it. Yeah.
So thank you. Yeah, and we honestly, I know we've said this a million times. Any feedback you have on anything we talk about, please let us know. We really appreciate it. So I guess, shall we touch on some BBEGs that you've had in the past? Do you?
We said we're gonna talk about. Obviously, I've only done one other full campaign before this, and I think you guys. It was quite big because like I made the bad guy myself, and I made like it was all homebrew. Yeah, and you guys sort of really liked the bad guy. Yeah,
we did.
For some reason. Yeah. We know why.
Yeah,
but,
like he was a great bad guy, and I think obviously a bad guy, even though ultimately, if your campaign gets to the point where you fight the bad guy, yes, they're going to need some form of stat block, but it's very different to the creation of a character. I feel like very different.
I think obviously they are the bad guys, so a lot of people can.
Sorry.
Sorry.
The cup holder.
Yes, I know. That's not the thing I'm laughing at. It was the
water in my throat. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry,
continue.
A lot of people can, when they're making their bad guys, sometimes can fall into the trap of just making them bad and making them unrelatable. Yeah. But I think the thing that makes a great bad guy or BBEG or whatever it is, is making them not seem reasonable, but
making them seem human.
But making them seem human. Yeah. Like, man, I understand why they're doing this. Yeah.
If that were me and I was in that person's shoes, I probably wouldn't go about it this way. But I could understand.
That's the thing. But that's the difference. It's like I can see why they've got to this point. Yeah. But they're the bad guy because now they're doing this bad thing
because they've done it.
But it's like, I think a bad guy can be relatable. Yeah. And can be very, like, a good character. Yeah. It's a story to tell, and then you, like, consume that story, and you're like, I actually, in a way, sort of feel bad for this person or can relate to why they're doing it. Yeah, totally. So, my first campaign, the bad guy was called Gendered Hoon. Oh, what did you write down?
I just said we had to pause because of the dog, and I looked at my notes. I've spelt his name as considering his name is Gendered. I spelt it Gedgarrid. Wow, big bad guy. Gengarrid. Gengary Hoon.
He's got Gendered Hoon. Yep. Did you want to explain a little bit about his story?
Well, if you would like me to. I mean, he is.
Why did you like Gendered Hoon?
So, I liked Gendered because it's exactly like you said. He was a guy who terrible things happened to him, and through no fault of his own or his family's own, these things had happened, and he was kind of on a quest to make sure that they didn't happen again, and he wanted to therefore purify the world to make sure what happened to him didn't happen again. And he also wanted to bring his loved ones back from the grave. And I feel like, I'm saying this without really any context to who he was or what he did, but that's why I liked him, because it leaves the human question in you. Everyone has lost a loved one, and the feeling of, would you do anything to bring them back? And then, and if you could, would you?
Yeah, because that was the question. It's like, if you could bring somebody back, would you?
Would you?
Because he had the power to.
Yeah, exactly.
He was about to get the power.
He was on the verge of breaking into this power of being able to do it. And again, his way of purifying the world to make sure that everyone had some hint of magic, so they could therefore prevent people dying in kind of like not useless ways, but I don't know what the word I'm looking for is here, like in unnecessary ways.
Yeah.
He wanted to purify the world. Way you went about that, not quite the right way, was it?
Yeah. So for a little bit of context,
yes,
I give you just a very brief rundown of who he was and why he did the things he did. I won't give you everything because I'll take ages because it was a long story. He was on a council. He was like the magic man of the council.
The magic man.
There was like the war person.
Yeah.
There was the diplomat. Yeah. There was the trade. There was all sorts. And he was the magic person. He had a job of sort of creating a type of magic that would help reform criminals.
Yeah.
Or people who have done wrong, or people that, that was his job. He was to create a magic that would help reform people.
Yes.
He got very, very close to that, or on the brink of that, or just had the breakthrough of that when his wife was pregnant and she had their child. In childbirth, she got very sick. And unfortunately, he lost both his wife and his child at the same time in childbirth. He believes that if the person who was looking after his wife or like delivering his baby had some sort of magic, because magic in this world wasn't very
sparse.
It was very, very sparse.
Yeah.
He believed that if the person who was delivering his child or taking care of his wife had magical powers, they could have saved them.
Yes.
So he then fell into a pit of like depression, spiraled, turned this magic that he had worked so long and hard on. He turned it and he used it for something else, this reformative sort of controlling magic.
But even then, the reformative magic was like on the borderline of domination magic.
On the border of, but it would have been used in controlled environments and in controlled means.
Yeah.
But obviously he's the one that made it. He's the one that, he went and killed the person who couldn't deliver his child properly, and then began to wipe out everyone who didn't have magic.
Yeah, because he believed that.
He was then locked away magically underneath the earth. He grew too powerful to the point where they couldn't kill him, so they had to just do something about it, and they locked him away.
And, one of the main crux of, which we later learnt, was the people who could have killed him, when it came to it, they just couldn't.
They just couldn't do it. They were his friends.
Yeah.
Especially one of them. One of them actually helped him on this quest.
And one of them understood truly what he had been through and just couldn't do it.
Who was there alongside him as it happened and saw his decline. And, it was his good friend.
Yeah.
So basically that person who was the one who should have killed him couldn't.
Yeah.
So then they locked him away. So that was the backstory of him.
Yeah, so he had been chained up underneath the earth.
He had been chained up. And there was like pillars put in place that had each of these chains like connected to.
But in there was still his consciousness. He was still conscious throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
And then years then hundreds of years and then thousands of years went by.
And magic couldn't, so basically magic at that point wasn't very prevalent. It was still quite early. And they put these pillars in place in 3 points of the land that our heroes and adventures were on. And within that trifecta, you couldn't be magical.
Yeah.
Like if you were born in that radius,
stifled the magic in the area.
You couldn't be magical.
Yes.
So the three people who were the heroes, Margaret, Matthew, and Josh, they were all born on coastal towns.
Yeah.
Where you could still
get magic.
Get magic.
Yeah.
Be born with magic.
Yeah. Yeah. And he, over the course of the thousands of years, he had been able to project his consciousness out. And he managed to latch onto people in their last vulnerable moments and say, I propose a deal for you.
Yeah. You're about to die.
Yeah.
I will give you a second chance.
Yeah, but you have to promise to devote yourself to me.
You have to free me.
Yeah.
That was the crux of it.
That was it.
Yeah.
And then that really closely tied in with our sorcerer Matthew's backstory as well.
Matthew is wrongly blamed for a crime.
Yeah.
He was locked away.
Yeah.
And then he was about to die due to torture.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gendad was about to step in.
Mm.
But then the person who was with Gendad, that friend that I said who couldn't kill him, saw that this was happening, stepped in the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And, that's kind of getting off topic a little bit. But
basically, he gets freed.
Yeah.
Through the course of the campaign.
Yeah. By us.
By you.
Free him. We destroy these pillars under the guise of thinking, well, yeah, sure, magic's a great thing. Surely we want everyone to have magic. And there was a bit of duping in the middle there by some people.
Yes, but, there was a few underhanded.
Yeah, we freed him.
Yeah.
And then he was like, well, now's my time. I'm free. I'm going to enact exactly what I've been planning to do for 4,000 years.
He called it Hoon's Law.
Yep.
And if you were having a child, his law was one of the two people has to be magically inclined.
Yes.
To then pass that on to the child.
Yeah.
Because then it would keep going.
It would, breed magic into everyone.
And then he would gather up the people who weren't magically inclined.
Yep.
And he would consume them.
He would just siphon their life force and become stronger.
Yeah.
And
because the thing is, the whole point was everyone has magic.
Yeah.
But they can't access it for some reason.
Yeah.
Probably because of these pillars, but these pillars are gone now.
Yeah. So now they're gone. He's like, well, let's weed them out.
Yeah, he's like, show me. He'd give you a test.
Yeah.
If you couldn't pass the test, he'd consume your essence.
Yeah.
Which would render you dead.
Yeah.
And his ultimate goal was to purify the race of everyone who didn't have magic.
Yep.
And then bring his loved ones back.
Bring his wife back.
Yeah.
Specifically bring his wife back. And that was kind of the crux of it, really. Yeah. Obviously, there is so much more in between.
Yes, there's far more in between.
So much more that went on kind of with that, and then our influence changed things as well. But yeah, that's why I liked him, because, we ended up, not when we didn't know what was going on, didn't know that Gendad was this fucking dude. We ended up visiting, we learnt about him, we ended up visiting his wife's and his child's grave, and it was sad, and we could really feel like the reverberations of it. I'm getting upset.
It's okay. No, not again.
No. I've cried. I've literally. I opened the floodgates on the podcast.
Yeah, this is it now.
This is it. You get to see me. You get to see me now in my full.
Her full form.
My
final form.
Yeah. Cry. Just tears. Yeah. Just tears. But the fact that it makes me emotional thinking about the bad guy who we hated. We truly hated this man. He was a truly, at the end, evil man who did unspeakable things. Yeah. But man, we felt sorry for him.
Yeah.
And we met his closest friend, who he was also kind of chained up in this weird limbo-esque place. And
he was in the Shadowfell in that world was like the place in between.
Yeah.
And he said that he basically, you would go there to repent for any sins or anything like that before you went on to any part of the afterlife that you would go to.
Yeah.
And in the Shadowfell, he agreed to stay and subject his soul to torture until the moment was right, where he could be called back to the material plane.
To step in and finish it.
To finish the job.
Yeah.
To finish what he couldn't finish that first time.
Yeah, yeah. And, we got to hear firsthand from someone who was close to Gendad. Because when we started realizing Gendad was a bad guy, we obviously only heard the bad things.
Yeah.
And there was a person before that, and there were circumstances before that, and it was a really strange scenario, because all of us, we all said we feel bad for this guy. Like we understand, but he went about it in a heinous way.
Yeah, in a horrendous way. But that's why he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
He went to extreme lengths.
Yeah.
To achieve something that he believed in.
Yeah. So that's it. He wasn't just bad for the sake of being bad.
Yeah. So we want to tell you a little bit about, because we love a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, bad guys are it's the reason we play.
Yeah, I love a nuanced bad guy. I love a bad guy that you go, oh God, yeah, maybe I agree with him. Yeah. That's the scariest moment about a bad guy.
From what he'd been through.
Yeah.
Like, you could understand that he wanted everyone to have at least a bit of magic.
Yeah.
Because then the world would probably have been a better place.
Yeah.
If everyone could help themselves in whatever capacity, whether it's helping to grow crops, whether it's helping to build houses with magic,
whether it's saving someone's life,
but through magical means, like, you can understand that that's probably a good thing, but killing all of the people who didn't have it.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Like
that's where he became the bad guy.
Yeah, totally. And you know, he had to find a vessel to bring his wife's soul back as well, which
ended up being
terrible crack.
Matthew's mother.
Josh's mother. Oh no. Mother. Sorry. Wow.
It's been a while. No. It's been a long time.
There was also a mother arc with Josh.
Yeah, it was a different arc.
But no, Matthew's mother. And it was, you know, he was a relatable bad guy, but not really. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. He was bad enough to be the bad guy, but sad enough to feel bad for him.
To feel pity for him, yeah. And, you know, bad guys who are bad guys for the sake of being bad guys, you know, there's a time and place for that. 100%. There's an environment for that. But, you know, the type of bad guys we like is nuanced bad guys.
Because we like to tell a story, and even the bad guy has a story to tell.
Totally.
And that's why we like him. So that's what we're going to do now.
We're going to
make some bad guys.
We have 2 different rolling tables. So I have the...
Putting my drink round here.
Yes, I'm going to move my things as well. So we have 2. So one of them, which is the one that I'm going to be rolling on.
This one.
It's actually a Reddit post. And it was posted on Reddit by the username Darth Cluck. Cool name. And... it is a huge comprehensive list of things you can roll to create a bad guy.
Yeah.
And then the other one we have is another rolling table by the Juneberry Journal, which once again, a very comprehensive list. They're different. So we thought it would be interesting to each of us roll on them.
Roll on them and then make one.
Yeah, and it's going to be kind of similar to the last one where we're both going to have input on them.
Yeah, but it's not going to have like stats. It's going to be like maybe some just like origin points for the villain.
Yeah, and this is kind of the point I made earlier. You know, like a bad guy's very different to the creation of a character.
Yeah.
This is more so the origin story. This is more so their demeanor, how they act, what they're doing. Well, you know, you'll see. So, let me move all my things around. I don't need this anymore, do I?
Nah. Get it gone. Get it out of here.
Get rid of it. Once again, we have the janky camera set up in a cup because we don't know how else to do it. So, I got all my dice.
I think it's on camera. We need it on video.
Oh, sorry. Once again, this is probably actually hell for you guys to be watching. Whoa. Once again, 2 old people desperately trying to
be young people.
To be young people.
To try and be hip and cool.
Yeah, desperately. So.
All right, baby. Right. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, you're ready.
I'm ready.
I would like you to roll me.
Oh, I'm not recording. Oh, I can't reach. Can you reach? Okay.
Let me move on.
Oh.
What?
No, yeah, you moved it. I moved it as well.
Okay, so.
Yes.
The first thing that I need you to roll for the BBEG rolling table.
Yes, I'm going to have to move this down a considerable amount. Oh. Sorry, everyone. Please bear with me.
There you go. That's good. Yeah, done.
Okay.
Right.
Yes.
The villain started as D20.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it after you roll it?
Yeah, I do. I do. Okay. That is a 14.
14. A guild leader.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ooh, I love that. I wouldn't have thought of something like that.
No, me neither.
A D6 for the villain turned. How long ago?
Okay. That is a 6.
The day he was born.
Oh my goodness.
He. The day they were born.
Yeah, I know. One thing I do want to say is all of these, they say he.
He.
That's... Doesn't have to be a he. Doesn't have to be a he.
Yeah. The day they were born.
But they are a guild leader.
They have always had a darkness.
Oh. Okay. You can put that on the table if it's easier for you.
What do you mean? Do you not think I'm doing a good job?
I think it's inefficient how you're doing it, but don't
everyone like that? Yeah. Everyone like the look of that?
I think you could put it on the table and have a much better time.
Thing is, I'm going to have to turn it over now, so I'm going to pick it up. Right. I need a D4.
Yep.
The villain turned how quickly?
Okay.
I mean,
well,
I don't know if this one's relevant, but we'll roll it anyway.
Yeah. That is a 2.
Over a few days.
Well,
over a few days.
Over a few days.
I mean, maybe like they've always had a darkness, but it could have been like the turning point could have been over a few days.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Now, I'm going to need a D100.
Okay.
A D100 for the villain turned because.
Okay. Oh. That is... What is that?
Well,
a 58.
58?
58.
It's a good one, that.
I feel like this is bingo. 58. 58.
They were promised great wealth.
Interesting.
Always that's always a good fallback. Money.
Promise wealth. Promise some wealth, and then villain origin story. I promised a good inheritance, and I didn't get it.
Yeah, that will was shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one, a D50, so a D100 halved.
Okay. You're gonna have to do this math.
The villain has.
Okay, villain has.
Wait, about to find out.
So that is a 64 half to 32. That was quick fucking math. That was so fast.
Can we get some claps in the chat?
Come on, guys.
Can we get some applause in the chat? Come on.
I halved two very easy numbers, a 6 and a 4, but I did that real fast.
32, yeah?
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious me. I hope everyone's proud of
A gaze that can see into your soul.
Oh, okay, cool.
Love that.
Love that. Oh, see, this is the type of stuff where I just, I would have thought that as in, like an ability. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, now I need a D20.
Okay.
The villain's current goals.
That's a 4.
Oh.
I don't know.
So,
that looks like it was a 4.
This is very fitting.
Yep.
They became the boss of a company or guild.
Oh, interesting. How weird is that? The fact that they are a guild master.
So maybe they've just taken over a new guild.
That was so sorry.
Or a new company.
What were we rolling for there?
The villain their current goal is.
Right. That's so strange.
I like this.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
D2.
Yep.
So the villain will oppose the party. This is a big one.
Yeah,
it's a big one because a lot of people keep their bad guys secret for super long.
Yeah.
And some people like to sprinkle them in here and there.
Yeah.
I feel like Gended was quite present.
But he was also very indirect as well.
He was indirect because of his circumstance.
Yes.
But as soon as he could be direct.
He was very direct.
He was very direct.
I'm very bad at flipping this D2.
Everybody laugh at her if she does it wrong. Whereas because you're fundamentally starting off in a bad position.
Okay.
So put it on your finger. And then have your thumb just underneath the edge. Yeah. So the whole point is you flick it.
Oh, look at that.
That's one, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know.
Directly.
We didn't even discuss whether that was one or not.
1 and 2.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah.
That would have been 1. Yeah. Okay.
Directly.
Okay. Yep.
So we're going to decide the rest, so we're not going to.
Okay. Yeah, the race was also on. I understand that this isn't specifically for D&D, I don't think.
Yes, yeah.
But a D40, is that a thing? Is a D40 like a dice?
Well, I thought it might have been like a D20 doubled. But then the thing is, if you do a D20 doubled, you'll never get 1.
Yeah, but then we said, then you could just roll a natural 1, and if you anyway.
Yeah. So we wanted to decide that anyway.
Yeah.
Ourselves.
Yeah.
So the villain leads through D20.
It's a 19.
19. Promises of power.
Okay.
I feel like we're getting a very clear story here.
And I also feel like the fact that they were promised something and then they didn't get it, and now they're making promises to people. They have a guild.
It's all I feel like it's all very much inner workings of a city.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's totally how I'm feeling
and
it. Yeah.
The becoming the leader of a group and
yes,
things
definitely.
like that.
Yeah.
So the villain's minions are D10.
Cool. So that's a 1.
Nice.
Go on.
A secret cabal devoted to them.
Come on. That's just absolutely coming together absolutely perfectly, isn't it, really?
Love that. Okay, I think this is the last one.
Okay.
Yeah. So, despite being evil, their qualities include very important one, as we've discussed so far, D20.
Okay. A 6. Come on.
Okay, this is I don't know if this is so. After conquering a people.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, conquering like a clan or.
Yeah. they improve their lives.
Oh, so they like kind of take over.
So when they've taken over, or conquered,
they like forcefully conquer, but then
it's respect
improve.
after that.
Okay, once again, I feel like that fits.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, yeah, we were fucking like...
We were forced into this.
We were forced into this and we didn't want it, but to be fair...
We're living a better life now. But does that justify...
Does that justify what they've done?
Does that justify it? Yeah. Totally.
Okay. So...
Yep.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something quite violent here.
Go on. What?
I'm going to rip off the page.
Jack! Oh no. See? First of all, you've blown everyone's ears out. And you've ripped the sheet.
Well, that's perfect.
Okay. That's ideal.
So, you write those two on there, and then I'll read you the rest of them.
Oh. I like at the top, it just says, Darth Cluck.
Darth Cluck, yeah. I wanted to make sure we got it right.
Also, if you just saw how I've written that down. No, you didn't.
What do you mean?
Look at that. I know. We didn't really leave a lot of space for scribing.
We'll turn it over.
To be honest with you.
Oh, you can use this piece instead.
Don't.
Don't use this piece.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it. I'll be able to make sense of that, I think. So, would we like to just go and flesh this one out and then roll on the second one?
We're going to flesh this one out first.
Okay. So you said that this is already... Well, we both said this is already painting a picture.
I think it's painting quite a clear picture.
Yeah. So, I like the fact that it's like they were born...
Let me put it this way. Is there anything you would change?
Look, okay. I have to be honest. I am not a big fan of the whole guilds and factions thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily factions, but I'm not really a big fan of like the guilds and the inner workings of the kind of cogs that turn like that.
Okay, so how we'll put it this way, why don't we do something like clans?
Yeah, I think
like a clan of people.
Yeah, and I don't know why the whole idea of a guild doesn't really appeal to me. I understand that that's a huge part of the game.
Well, it's not if you don't want it.
No, yeah, but that is, just because I am not too fussed on that doesn't mean that you guys should.
Everyone slag her off because she doesn't like guilds and D&D.
What the hell? What do you mean?
Tell her in the comments that she's wrong about guilds and D&D.
Boo, yeah. Boo. I don't know. It's just something that... The thing is, I say that. It's not something that really tickles my fancy. But I wouldn't really know because we haven't really played in a game that has prominent guilds. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. But, like things like clans... And maybe even like regions. It could be more like that other than guild.
Yes.
That could be a sort of thing. So it could be like this BBEG is maybe started as like if there was a clan and within clans there was like small villages and things like that. Maybe they started as a village leader.
Yes.
And now their current goal is to become the leader of this clan, this part of the region, this region of the world. Yeah. I usually, for my campaigns, do regions.
Yes, yeah. So I think the idea that they were kind of born with the darkness within them, I really like that. I really like the idea of like being like predestined to be something. And then normally it's, like breaking the mold, where in this case, I suppose, not necessarily breaking the mold of being born evil. I'm thinking... something along the lines of...
What race are they?
You know what? I can't get Leonin out of my mind.
Can't get Leonin out of your mind?
Yeah. I like the idea of her being like a really...
What's her?
Well, I don't know, because I really like the idea of like this really dodgy looking...
It's not what this fucking sheet says.
It says he. It says he. I don't know, actually.
I like. Let's go with she.
I kind of like the idea that she is a Leonin, and it's kind of like a very tribal. It's very scaled back.
It's like a pride.
And I think what she was promised, and I don't think she was promised the wealth and like the onus of the clan. I think maybe the day she was born, something came to her, like a force or like a god or a eldritch being came to her and was like, if you do these things for me, I promise I will give you the wealth of X, Y, and Z to benefit your people or to benefit you directly. And then something goes wrong with that. So she feels the need to infiltrate whatever this being's actual things are.
Okay.
Am I thinking too much along the lines of a player here?
Maybe. So I have an idea.
Yeah.
So the darkness from birth has given me an idea.
Yeah.
So you went on this like tribalistic tangent there, and I like that. So maybe in this tribe or this clan of this region, this is just like a small sort of part of this region. It's good luck to like sacrifice the firstborn of the leaders of this town.
Yeah.
So this person's parents were the leaders of this small village.
Yeah.
They had the child.
Yeah.
Being willing.
Yeah.
And then the moment that they saw the child, their minds changed. Their lives changed forever.
Yeah. They didn't want to.
They didn't want to do it.
The sacrifice.
But all the people were waiting outside, waiting.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
You promised us.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We need the good luck from the gods.
Yeah.
Sacrifice your child.
Yeah.
They don't, and then they get like pushed out. Their parents get like murdered or something. Like that.
They're like,
and then they have to.
Then that is.
They grow up as sort of this pariah.
Yeah.
And then they learn about what's happened to their family.
Yeah.
And then the way that the story begins, where they've just taken over the small village.
Yeah.
I
was going to say they've gone back to where they came from and back to what is kind of rightfully theirs.
Yeah.
This is kind of like giving me like Simba from The Lion King,
you
know?
Well, you said Leon and I just went with it.
Oh, yeah.
They go back to that small village.
Yeah.
And when they do, they begin to like recruit these few secret cabal
members,
like a few members that were like close to the family, and then after the family got run out and killed, and they thought that this person was dead, they realized that they're not, and they want to put the heir back in the throne.
And
so then it's like secret covert missions to like begin to like take over houses, and then they finally take over this small village.
Yes,
but it's just not maybe I'm on a
he's on a tangent. Here we go.
That law comes from the top,
and then it's
maybe
infiltrating
that law comes
all
from
the way up there. But how would that make this person like the BBEG? Well, I suppose because if
this
the
is where it goes wrong.
If the person's like at the top, right? Like potentially like the, I don't know. I'm just going to use the loose terms of king and queen of like the land. Yeah. And then maybe they do get there. And then they're suddenly the ruler of everywhere.
So there's like, I don't know, maybe throughout the campaign there's like waves of hearing about this tribe that's just going through, and like maybe the starting point of the campaign is this tribe is now there's like been an overthrow in this region. Yeah. And this tribe has taken over village after village after village after village and now owns the region. Yes. So after they go from like village to village to village and then take over the region, that's sort of maybe where the campaign starts. And this region, the region that they don't begin in, has like had a political overthrow. Yeah. And it's this person who's at the head of it.
Yeah. And it's spreading and becoming more and more.
They've taken over the region, but everyone's sort of in this sort of weird middle ground waiting. Yeah. But then it's not enough. And they move into one of the other regions. Yeah, yeah. Until, like, maybe there's other laws that they don't like about that one.
That's it. It's kind of like a sense of it's never enough. Yeah. Like, there's always something. And, maybe the idea of that she can gaze into your soul and she can see things. Maybe when she's going around these places and she's seeing people being in squalor and being treated badly, or there's these rules, she's like, well, like I can change that for you.
Maybe it's like she makes them she's improved the lives of everyone because they haven't had to sacrifice their firstborn. Yeah, and there might be like other rules. Yeah, but that's just the rule that directly affected them. Yes, to make this story. Yeah, and maybe the problem is like if she sees into you, maybe that's the power that she has. She sees into you and she can see every mistake you've ever made. Yeah, and if she doesn't like it,
then she's like judge, jury, executioner type situation.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, like
she's like, I take it upon myself.
Yeah, and it's there's that drunk on power type situation where at first she wanted to do the right thing. She wanted to avenge her parents. She wanted to take back what was rightfully hers. But then it just. Where does it stop?
Where does it stop?
Where does it stop?
Everything that she thinks that there's a problem with, she can't just see it happen and want to make change.
She's like, I can change that.
I can change that, and I'll change that right now.
And I can do something about that.
You're dead.
Yeah. And then, the whole, they promise people, what was it? They have the gays. I have written this hideous. So they lead through promises of, what does that say? Promises of pact?
Power.
Promises of power.
Yeah.
The promise
she goes to maybe the like
the people just underneath the people in charge,
like the village leaders, not the region leaders,
not the big boys.
She goes and she like poisons them against.
She's like, I can see what's hurt you that they've done, so I can change that, and if you join me,
we'll do it together.
We'll give that. Yeah,
I like.
I know, that is so cool.
So cool.
So cool. And I love the idea is for like the players, like, we say all of this and we understand the background and what's happened and how it's escalated to this. Like, as the players, you wouldn't know any of that.
No.
You would just know that there's this ruthless,
like dictator sort of
who is
going round the regions
and
taking over.
You hear whispers that the people who have been conquered, they're like, well, she hasn't actually, we're living better now. Yes. And,
but how many did we lose?
Yeah,
sort of thing.
Exactly.
It's like, yes, it's better, but at what cost?
At what cost? Yeah, exactly.
So maybe it's like, maybe it wouldn't even be like a defeat.
Yeah.
Maybe it might be like definitely was a defeat. I think she's too ruthless.
Oh, yeah. I think
she's too ruthless. I think.
Unless there was some way to speak to her inner child before this happened, potentially. But that is, you wouldn't necessarily know that until you go through the campaign.
And the DM will show you that
exactly.
In,
exactly
very nuanced ways.
And,
if it was me,
your players, maybe someone you knew has been corrupted by her. Maybe people you cared for have been killed by her. Maybe you are related to the people at the top and you want to protect that.
There's a town that isn't perfect, but it's quaint and cute. And there's a few NPCs that you love there, and that's where you begin the campaign.
Yeah, and
you
then
leave,
and then those NPCs
that gets conquered by her. You go back, and it's like things have changed.
Yeah, the NPCs are gone,
and then
they're different.
Each town, they're like one of these secret cabal is left there, and everyone is sort of like, it's great because we've got more money and more crops, and everything's like going well. But
we
if we step a foot out of line,
that's it.
That secret cabal person who's here,
Totally, and no one knows
who it is,
who they are. So everyone's constantly on edge.
Everyone's on edge. Like they begin to like question each other.
Yeah. And that's I think that's great. I love that. Like that. I know, and that's all just from rolling on around the table.
Just rolling around the table. It took us about to be fair, it took us about I think it took about half an hour. But
but still,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like definitely.
It doesn't have you could take that and change a few things about it if you wanted, but. That's a good premise.
And I love the idea of her being like a kind of what big cat is like black but like
panther.
Is it a panther? Being like a panther type Leonin.
Yeah, 100%.
And being like she's like massive.
She's jacked.
She's absolutely jacked.
She's got like emerald green eyes.
Yeah, and there could be mentions of her parents throughout the land as well.
Yeah, maybe they were like. Out of all of the villages that in this district, like they were maybe, it was like the best place to live.
Yeah,
they were the fairest.
Yeah,
and they were maybe like revered. And even though they're still gone, a lot of people are like I wish they hadn't.
Well, and then it's like, and how did she fall so far from the grace of her parents?
Yeah,
and I think there would be a lot of resentment of like she should be dead.
Yeah,
she was the sacrifice.
Yeah.
And there's probably going to be scorned people who are like, the day that she wasn't sacrificed, the gods turned their back on us because of her. And there could be that. Your character.
Yeah, maybe some people could have had a bad year just out of nothing other than just having a bad year, but they blame her for it.
And maybe your character could have ties to that god who the back was turned on.
Yeah, nice.
You know what I mean?
Tying in the characters there.
Yeah. I think that's cool. I'm not going to come up with a name for her. For her? I'm not going to come up with a name for her because I am so bad at that, and it's going to take me hours and hours and hours to think of a name for her. Come up with a name for her. Please.
Put a name down in the comments.
Please, yeah.
And then next episode,
we'll
choose
go
a name.
through them. Yeah.
And we'll put the name to it.
Yes, totally.
Love
And again, we'll I said this last episode. I was like, oh, we'll write something up. We'll do the character sheets for Monty and Duprune. Listen.
I mean, you have them all there. All the stats are there.
Oh, yeah, they're all there.
All the stats, all the proficiencies, everything.
I promise when we have some time, we will do it. And same for these. We will write a synopsis of these at some point when we have time.
I really like that.
I really liked that. That was really cool. That rolling table was great.
Yeah.
That was great. I feel like that touched on so many things. So it touched on when they started, when they turned, how quickly they turned, why they turned, a trait they have, what their goal is, how they oppose we didn't talk about how they would really oppose the party directly, but that doesn't. How they lead.
Like it would be indirectly maybe until they meet them.
Yeah.
So because maybe they take over the land, all of the village that the party is currently in.
And then they meet
them, and then when they meet her, it's like she just keeps cropping up.
Yeah.
Everywhere they are.
Yeah. I like that. That's really cool.
I bet she's super hot as well.
Oh, so hot. Yeah. She's so hot.
If Margaret's design is going to be so hot.
She's so hot.
She's going to be the hottest panther you've ever seen. The hottest bipedal panther
you've ever seen.
Hell
yeah, she is. Hell yeah. Man, my furry artists out there, please draw a face, please.
That was so great.
That was great. That was really cool.
That was so great.
Isn't it funny how I started immediately thinking of like a player character?
Yeah,
immediately
because you
I was
are
in
a player
the
character.
Yeah, true. But you immediately jumped into. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, but I think you gave me some stuff there. You basically said a few things, then I said a few things, then you said a few things. We just put it together. It was great.
That's how it is. That's
Love it.
How Cookie
collaboration, baby.
Oh, pardon moi. Oh my goodness.
Okay. Is it my go?
It is your go. So, did I stop recording that? Yes. Would you like my dice? Oh, you have your dice.
Mine's only a D100 table.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is just D100s after do. So this is a different table. So we'll see how they stack up, and we'll say which one we like more.
Hello. Sorry, that probably seemed really strange to you guys there. So we just rolled on the other table.
Yes.
And we have to be honest, there's a few things that we weren't necessarily comfortable with and we didn't necessarily like on that table.
Yes.
Now, this is not us saying, don't use this table, this is a bad table. That's not what we're saying. It's just there was a few things that maybe touched on things that, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to say about that. But there was a few things that maybe hinted at kind of, mental illness being something that makes you inherently evil.
Yeah.
And that is not something that we agree with.
Yeah, so...
That's not something that we would ever...
We're going to take that one out.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're going to roll on the other one again.
Yeah.
Because I really like this one as well.
Because you really like the fact that it's ripped in half as well.
And Margaret said, should I go print out another one? I was like, absolutely not.
So...
It gives a character.
Yeah. You know what then? In that case, I will write on the back of this one.
Okay, needs your dice.
So... sorry for the inconsistency there, but we hope you understand. So,
okay, hit me.
Could you please roll me?
Should we re-roll if we get the same one? So it's completely.
Yeah, we'll re-roll.
It's completely different.
To go through what's on this one, so you get what they started as, when they turned and how quickly they turned, why they turned, a trait they have, what their goal is, how they oppose the party, how they lead, what their minions are, and what their qualities are, apart from being evil. Mm-hmm. So, would you roll me a d20 to see how your villain started?
I only use this d20 because I bought you this one.
Yeah, you did.
1.
A 1. Okay. Your villain started as a commoner.
Love that. love those grassroots beginnings.
Hell yeah.
What's next?
I need you to roll me.
I need you to roll me.
I need you to roll me a d6 to see how long ago your villain turned.
1.
Okay. Recently.
Love it.
Recently. And then how quickly did the villain turn?
D4?
D4, sorry. Yeah. Roll whatever.
4.
They turned slowly over the course of a very long time.
Nice.
Slow burn.
Slow burn, baby.
I like it. So, roll me a d100 to work out why your villain turned.
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
I know, yeah, I can tell.
That is 93.
Okay. Your villain turned because, they developed a fear that no one would ever love them. Owie. Hurts feelings. My feeling hurt now. Owie. Okay. Roll me a D3 D50, which is a D100 halved, because I can do math.
Thank you.
To see what
I'll let you half it then.
No, please. What's that? 400. 40. Oh my god. No, a 4. It's 4.
So it's 2.
It's a 400. So 2. You're with that. A maniacal laugh.
Love it.
Exactly that. So, roll me a d20 to see what their current goal is. D20.
No, I want this one. This one
okay.
about you. 8.
Oh. Their current goal is to destroy a village. Nice.
Small beginning goals.
Yeah.
Just a village.
Yeah, just a village.
Just a village, nothing else.
Just a little village. Just destroy a little village here and there.
We don't have to take over the world just yet.
Yeah,
that'll come later.
Number 1 in villain school, destroy a village, right? So, could you please roll me a d2 to work out how your villain will oppose the party?
D2. Okay, this is 1. This is 2.
Yes, good. Thank you for that clarification there.
1.
So, that was the same as before.
But it is only a D1 and a D2.
It is.
Now, we'll do indirectly.
Okay, yeah, indirectly.
We'll do indirectly. Different to yours.
Okay. Roll me a d4. No, that's for race.
That's for race, and we decide that ourselves.
Roll me a d20 to see how they lead.
Okay. It's an important one.
One of them is...
10.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Omniscience. If you don't follow, they will know. That gave me goosebumps.
Oh my god, that's really so cool.
Also, sorry, one of them on here is terror. Join them or die.
Like it. Simple.
Yeah, omniscience. That's awesome.
If what does it say?
If you don't follow, they will know.
That's kind of scary.
That's really scary.
It's kind of scary.
That's really scary.
I love that.
Okay, roll me a d10 to see what their minions are.
8.
They are... Oh my god, they are dragons. They're dragons. The minions are dragons.
The minions are dragons.
The minions are dragons.
That's sick.
The minions are dragons. Alert. The minions are dragons.
Everyone.
The minions are dragons.
Oh my god, they're dragons.
They're dragons.
Oh my god.
Okay. Right. Roll me a d20 to work out what their qualities are apart from being evil.
I can't get over the fact that they're dragons.
I know, dragons. I
D20,
know.
Yeah?
Yep.
It's a 15, baby.
They do not harm the undeserving.
Nice. See, I like
a bit of balance there, isn't it?
Like that balance.
Bit of balance. And I said that as if that wasn't the last one. That was the last one.
Okay, you can write them all down?
Yes. So give us one moment. I will write these all down and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay. So your BBEG.
Our BBEG.
Our BBEG. Thank you. Our BBEG.
Your BBEG.
You're welcome to this BBEG.
Yeah,
have him. Take him.
Sure.
Take him away.
Yeah.
Get him out of here. Go on. Go. You want to leave so bad? Just go. Yeah. Okay, so your RBBEG started off as a commoner. They turned recently, but they turned slowly over a very long time. They became a villain because they had a fear that no one would ever love them. And one of their traits is they have a maniacal laugh.
Fear that no one would love them.
Their current goal is to destroy a village, and they will oppose the party indirectly. They rule through omniscience, and if you don't follow, they will know. They're minions of dragons.
Fucking dragons,
They're minions
by
of
the way.
Absolutely fucking dragons.
The dragons.
And then,
so you know.
Just, by the way, dragons. And their quirk, apart from being evil, is they do not harm the undeserving.
Okay, I want to say this again.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what are you thinking? Destroy a village. Indirectly.
So, you know how the first thing you asked was, is there anything you would change? Is there anything you would change straight off the bat there? We'll allow one swapsies, huh? One little swap out.
I think the only thing I would change, and it's not because I don't like it, because I do like it. I'll take this out of it before this becomes a disaster.
Yes.
Is that over here? Is I like the fear no one would ever love them.
Yes.
I like it, but that puts you in a box.
Yeah.
And I think it's through fear, but maybe that no one would love them.
Say that again, sorry.
So
I'm
happy for it to be like a fear of something.
Okay.
But maybe not that no one would love them.
Okay,
because I'm struggling
right.
to relate that to dragons.
Okay, right. Okay.
In a way.
See,
so,
I am not struggling to relate that to dragons.
well, hit me.
I don't think.
Go for it.
So it's okay.
I want to hear yours first because normally you say something and it inspires me.
I'm thinking Tarzan-esque here.
Okay.
Right? Now, not phone about dragons, but I don't know why I always go down this path of kind of like a mind control, like something bigger than you speaking to you, right?
Yeah.
But maybe it's something along the lines of they are a dragonkin of some form. They have dragon blood in them.
Okay.
And they're...
Maybe even a dragonborn.
Yeah. Some yeah. I suppose that makes sense.
That would make sense.
And something like they were abandoned at birth, or maybe they're not a dragonkin. Maybe it's along those lines of, and the only solace they found was in the solace of a similar abandoned dragon, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe the dragon has more nefarious ideas because dragons are very intelligent.
Yes.
Maybe this person is being, once again, mind controlled by, or like charmed in a sense by a dragon being like, oh, we love you so much. And maybe, but then this wouldn't really necessarily make the person the BBEG. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Sorry. You know what? I was like, I have an idea. And
That's
then
a good idea.
I said it out loud. And you know, when you just start saying things out loud, the more you talk, you're like...
So I had an idea. So maybe you can help me develop this idea.
I think this is how we work best, is you have the idea and I help you flesh it out. Yeah.
So there's somebody down on their luck.
Yep. I thought you were going to say down under.
Commoner.
Yep.
Having a tough time to get by somehow. Very much like the runt of the litter, frowned upon by a lot of maybe the richer folk. Maybe the magic folk. This person doesn't have that. They are very much just like basic, struggling to get by, pauper, maybe even homeless, anything like that, something like that.
Yeah.
They hate everyone in this village. Wish they would fucking die.
Yeah.
That bad. They hate them so much.
Yeah.
Dragon comes through. Fucking
Tez plays part.
Murders all those people
Yep.
that were mean to this person.
Yep.
That looked down upon this person, spat down upon this person,
Yeah.
made this person's life hard.
Yeah.
And then I just have this scene. This scene in my mind is this dragon has just laid waste to this town.
Yeah.
And then this person comes back from maybe like, I don't know, hunting in the forest to just try and get a meal, comes back and sees the town destroyed.
And they're in euphoria. They're in bliss.
They're walking through the streets, and every street that they go down, they see another person that made their life hard.
Yeah.
Just dead on the floor.
Yeah.
And just the camera pans up from this, like, I don't know if it's a red dragon or a black dragon or whatever, if their body's like melting or on fire. And it just shows like the charred corpse, and it comes up and they're stood above them and they've just got this like hideous smile on their face.
Yeah.
And they go around the city and it's weird. They know where the dragon lives. Maybe they've had this dragon problem for a long time.
Yeah.
They go and find the dragon, and the dragon is like, the dragon is like taken back.
What the fuck?
The dragon is taken back by the audacity to just walk in this cave, and this person's like, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You did me a great
You
service
did me a solid
today.
there.
Yeah. I wanted that to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is this dragon like bemused like by this small creature who has just walked into their den and is like, and then, how could you just walk in here?
Yeah.
And then kind of it like the idea that this small creature hated everyone else in that village, and they've come to me and they're like, thanks.
Yeah. And maybe it's like this whole at that point the dragon's like, oh well, my job's done now, I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my riches. And the guy's like, no, we're not done,
we've got more.
This is just the beginning.
We have so much more to do.
Yeah. So I don't know how I'm going to tie this in.
Okay.
But you see on there,
yes,
it says like omniscience.
Yes, yeah.
What does it say after that?
Omniscience. If you don't follow, they will know.
So there is a new type of dragon.
Okay.
That has been introduced into D&D recently. I think it's actually out now.
Okay.
It's called the Elder Brain Dragon.
Oh my god.
And
Oh my god.
We will,
oh my god.
We will put up a picture here.
Yeah.
It is hideous to look at.
Okay, all right. Boo.
I will show
Is this it?
I will show you the picture here.
That's, that is absolutely hideous to look at, actually. That's very cool, but that is absolutely heinous to look at.
Maybe this dragon
is
actually like a young dragon.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm just going to tangent now. I'm going to tangent.
Go on.
So maybe this dragon is a young dragon.
Yeah.
Their father, their mother, whatever, was captured.
Yeah.
And experimented on to maybe try and be used as a weapon.
Yeah.
This person who absolutely hates all people goes up to the thing and this young dragon sort of like trying to find their place in the world.
Yeah.
They're just doing dragon stuff, doing what their mum and dad did before they were taken.
Went for like just this small village.
Went for the small village.
At this point, they can.
And then like through this weird relationship, this person finds out about this dragon's mother or father. Or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, well, if they're more powerful than you and you can do that,
then
let's go and get your mum and dad.
Let's get mum and dad out.
Let's go get them out.
Yeah.
They've experimented on this dragon, and this is what it's become.
And they're an elder brain dragon.
And this is what it's become.
Yeah.
And that's how. And I don't know. It like latches onto this person.
Yeah.
This person, and now that's how they have this. If you don't.
Yeah. See, I like the idea of, and again, I don't really know how this would play out in a campaign because the villain isn't always up front and center, right?
Yeah.
The idea of like actually a betrayal between these two players, a betrayal between this person and the dragon. Maybe at the end, the person ends up, like, let's say that this dragon is, through however an elder brain dragon, this person ends up killing that dragon to get the ultimate power, to get the omniscience, and to get all of that. I like the idea of like a betrayal amongst the bad guys every now and then.
Maybe.
Makes them even badder.
Maybe we could...
Oh, yeah. Oh, the cogs are going. Look at them little eyes darting around. Go on, what are you thinking?
I'm struggling. I was thinking of, what was that TV show we watched? What's that TV?
Dragon's Daughter.
Where at the end...
Yes. This is a spoiler.
This is a spoiler.
I think it's either Dragon's Daughter... There's two that are really... Yeah. Dragon's Dogma. It's either
Daughter or Dragon's Dogma.
I think it's Daughter.
I think it's Daughter.
This is a spoiler.
This is a spoiler for the game and the TV show on Netflix.
Yes. Here is your warning.
You have been warned.
At the end.
So, maybe we can take that mechanic.
At the end, basically there's been a dragon attack, etc. This guy ends up becoming... I can't really quite remember what the circumstances
his family,
are.
His like wife and his child get killed.
Yeah,
and then he is like on a revenge quest.
Yeah,
and he will do anything. He will step over anyone
to kill this dragon.
He
kills the dragon.
And what happens?
The curse is whoever slays the dragon then turns into the dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got goosebumps. And then he turns into exactly what he hated the very most.
Let's do it.
Oh man, I've got such
read all this again. Read all this again.
So they are a commoner.
Yeah.
They turned recently, but it was over the course of a very long time. They had a fear no one would ever love them. They have a maniacal laugh. They want to destroy a village. They are omniscient. If you don't follow, they will know. They're minions of dragons, and they do not harm the undeserving.
Oh my god, I'm my mind's racing now.
There's a lot of things. Going.
Maybe they're a commoner.
Yep.
So maybe, I don't know. It was as simple as that.
Yeah.
Like their parents, this person's parents or this person's partner, was like killed by a dragon.
Yeah.
On the way, as they're out like getting the food for the day.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, I know where this dragon is. It has tortured our village. For so long. They come back, the village is destroyed, and he's like, that's it, sword and shield.
Yeah.
And because, like, I don't know, the dragon was wounded in this fight, they go up the hill. I don't know, I'm all over the place.
I think I prefer the first idea that you came up with.
You think?
Yeah, the idea that they just hated the people that were
maybe
around
there's like
them.
a law in this that if you eat the heart of a dragon, you become a dragon or something like that.
Yeah, or like do you like the idea that the person's going to turn into a dragon?
Yeah.
Or just that the minions are dragons?
I want them to become a dragon.
Yeah, I like, and like in the terms of there being like a betrayal or
maybe there's like good, because obviously there's good dragons and bad dragons.
Yes.
Maybe dragons are very common in this. The most powerful dragon is, I don't know, ancient gold dragons are like very good, lawful good.
Right.
Maybe like the main capital or something like that, and the whole kingdom is like dragons and people live like
in harmony.
Yeah. But maybe there's like a few rogue dragons, just like there's a few rogue people.
Yeah.
And then this person is like, they befriend this dragon, and their ultimate goal is to eat the heart of the leader dragon and become that dragon.
Yeah, that's cool. That'd cool. That is really cool.
So yeah, everybody in that village just looks down upon this person.
Yeah.
Even the dragons that are there,
or
something like that. The village gets destroyed, and he's walking around with a smirk on his face.
Yeah.
He's walking around with a smile on his face.
Mm-hmm.
He goes up, and the audacity sort of takes this dragon back.
Yeah.
And
I like the idea that
bond.
they are a younger dragon who maybe their parents aren't in the picture for whatever reason.
And that's why they would like trust a human.
They're fending for themselves, and then they're on this reign of terror together. And then there's a twist where he is just priming this dragon to get into the right moment or position or point where he can take his heart and eat it and then become the big bad dragon. But and I do like the idea of the omniscience. Like I again, how would you tie that in?
They can just have that.
Yeah.
Like there's they can just have like this power. Like when you combine the power of like a person and a dragon.
Yeah, maybe
get
there's
like
a
twisted sort of.
Yeah.
They only speak in your head and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's so open-ended as well.
Yeah.
Like that could go anywhere from that. That is very much bare bones. This is what's happened. This is kind of like the story of, and then everything else. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I have a name. I don't know why, but a name has come to mind for this. First of all, what race are they? Just a human commoner?
Maybe there's this thing where it's like humans and dragons where they can live in like a world together. They don't like breed together.
Yeah.
But then maybe, like people go against the rules. And
then fuck a dragon.
Yeah. And like that's why this person is like looked down upon because they're a dragonborn.
Like dirty like dragon spawn. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, like dragon, like it's like against the law to mix
fuck
the two races. Yeah, to fuck a dragon.
Yeah, fair enough.
But somebody did down the line.
So there's a point where
now that's why they're sort of like the runt of the litter thing, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
So
what's the name?
I was thinking that I don't know why. Oh, it's gonna sound shit when I say it out loud now. Sorry, don't know if you heard that. Our timer went off and it scared us. The name's Shiloh. I kind of like the name Shiloh.
Shiloh, yeah, I
think
love
that's kind of cool. I don't know.
Shiloh.
I'm shy now. I've said it out loud.
Shiloh now.
I'm a bit Shiloh now.
I like it. So, downtrodden person. Dragon destroys the village.
Yep.
They sort of love the destruction, the fact that they've killed someone's got the power to fuck everyone that's ever looked down upon this person.
Yeah.
They go to the dragon.
Yeah.
They make some sort of bond.
Yeah.
Weird bond, and they're like, yeah, let's do it together.
Yeah.
But this person is only using this dragon.
Is only using them because they know that they can ascend to be like a full dragon.
Yeah.
And again, because this dragon doesn't know, like, because they haven't been brought up around, other dragons or whatever.
Love it.
Love it.
And like to become a full dragon, maybe it is something like they don't want to eat the heart of this dragon because this dragon's not good enough, but there is a dragon in the world that is good enough.
Yeah, and it's just a stepping stone, and then they'll just bin off this dragon as and when. Yeah, I like that. Don't like the name anymore. Don't like Shiloh.
I like Shiloh.
Like Silo.
Shiloh.
Can you please give him her, they, them?
No, we'll go with he.
Okay.
I think we're going to go he.
Yeah.
I don't want to go with she. I do love a fucking empowered woman.
Yeah.
Bad as fuck.
Me too.
But I think we're going to go she. We're going to go she.
We're going to go she.
Yeah, we're going
Please
she.
give her a name. Please, everyone.
Please give our Dragonborn Dragonborn crazy.
The thing is, I think she would
dragon lover.
In campaign 2,
spoilers.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. I don't think it is. There's a guest. Callie.
Oh yeah, Kalliana.
Yeah, Kalliana. She's like more like human, and then she just has that one like
dragon
strange arm and like
she's got like
half
scales
the face.
on the face.
Yeah,
maybe that's what they look like.
Yeah, like something like that. You know, like outwardly more human.
I love that.
But some weird what people would class as like a deformity because
it gets against the law in the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Cool. Please come up with a name for her.
Yeah.
Please.
And we'll pick that name at the beginning of the next session.
Yes. Get rid of Shiloh. Don't like that.
Don't like
Scrap
Shiloh.
it.
I kind of like
Scrap it.
Shiloh.
Nah, scrap it.
And also tell me what you think of Shiloh.
Yeah. Let us know. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was really good fun.
Which one did you prefer?
So, you know what? Because this is all over the place. I think I do actually prefer the first one.
Yeah.
Because I like the idea of, you know, there was like...
I think that's more like...
That's more nuanced.
I think we know where that goes.
Yes, this is definitely more open.
A little bit more open-ended.
And this kind of leads more into the realms of being evil for the sake of being evil.
Yeah.
Like, I like at the beginning we were like, having a good reason is good. But, you know, you don't always need like...
Don't always.
Yeah. But I think I prefer the first one.
But, you know, there is a reason. It's like, you know, they were...
Yeah, they were shunned and they were cast out.
Who they were, born the way they were.
Yeah. They were
like cast out. They were
down
an
on
outcast.
and terribly.
Which, you know, to me is fucking reason enough for me.
Yeah, indeed.
More than reason enough.
Indeed. And, you know, the fact that they turned like over a very long time, you know, over the course of their whole lifetime. And
do you like the Leonin?
Yeah, I think so. What about you? What about you? Do you like the second one because dragons?
I do like dragons.
You're a big fan of dragons.
No, I think I agree. I like the Leonin.
Thank you.
And the Leonin was my favourite one.
Yeah. I just like doing this. I just like bouncing off
great,
ideas. Yeah, it's
just fun.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it?
Yeah.
How much one little thing, like just rolling on a table can do. We said this last time. Like, but it's gives you so much inspiration.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
So much inspiration to think of, like deeper about the characters or the characters.
Give you a BBEG just an extra dimension.
Yeah, and the same for your player characters too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I would after doing this especially, I would recommend if you're ever unsure, if you don't know where to start, do something like this.
Do something like this. I think it's such a great starting point.
Yeah.
Even if you roll it and then you're like, oh, that's a great idea, but then you don't stick to every single one of them, but you take like that spark comes from
something like this.
Yeah, just anything.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like that. Literally, I think we just stuck to the dragons thing.
Yeah,
and that was
literally.
It. But that was it.
Exactly.
But that one, you know,
there was a lot more nuance to it. Yeah.
I think it's just a great point to get a starting point.
Totally. I would absolutely recommend this. If you're a new DM who's looking to implement a new villain or just an NPC, great starting point. And of course, you're more than welcome to these as well.
Yeah.
Take them, have them.
Change
them however you want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let us know.
Yeah.
Please let us know. I know a few people said that they were thinking of introducing the characters we rolled as NPCs, and that's very exciting.
It is extremely exciting.
Very, very, very exciting. So, some homework for you. Think of names for these idiots, and that's it.
That's it, really.
Think of names for these idiots,
no other homework.
and please let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I think that just about does it, to be honest.
That was another episode of the Eldritch Podblast.
Yes, it was. Episode 22,
I think.
So, if you... Oh, go on. No, this is your bit. This is your bit. This is your bit.
If you like we said.
Yeah. Think of names, please, because we can't do it.
Well, we can.
Simply,
we might just be here for quite a long time.
I'm simply not capable of thinking of a name.
Leave those names in the comments below.
Yes, please.
Also, anything else, tell me about your BBEGs.
Yes.
I told you about the one of my first campaigns.
Cough it up.
So let me know.
Cough
I want to hear about them.
Tell us.
If you liked the video, give it a like. If you liked it enough, subscribe to the channel.
Oh my goodness.
If you listen to and watch all of these videos as soon as they come out, then don't just look for them on YouTube. Click the bell notification. Because that does the job for you.
Why would you use your eyes?
You get that little notification on your phone or on your computer or on your laptop.
Exactly. That's
saying Eldritch Podblast have released a new episode.
Yep. That's what I say.
So do all those things. It really helps the channel.
It does.
And we really appreciate everyone that already does this.
We do. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have been the Eldritch Podblast. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.